Welcome everyone to the channel. I'm Z Toilet, and if you're here, you're in for a treat. Today, we're delving deep into the intricate world of episode 74. It's been a hot topic lately, with Dafouk dropping hints like breadcrumbs, and I've been dissecting every detail for you. You see, there's more to episode 74 than meets the eye. From subtle clues to overt spoilers, the pieces are all there, waiting to be uncovered. And that's exactly what we're going to do together. Ever wondered why G-Man can take down TV Man Titan, or how their first showdown ties into the bigger picture? Today, we're cracking open the secrets behind the scenes. But that's not all. We're also deciphering Boom's hidden messages and uncovering what lies ahead for the series. So sit back, relax, and get ready to dive into the depths of speculation with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll not only be hyped for episode 74, but for the entire future of the series. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Before starting the video, I want to talk to my viewers. Recently, the number of subscribers has been very low, so please help me reach 2,000 subscribers as soon as possible. To those who have already subscribed, thank you very much. And for those who haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel as soon as possible and write "I am sub" in the comments. Now let's start the video. Well, let's get started. In order to comprehend precisely what I will be discussing, let us first review a few facts. It's impossible to argue with Boom's passion of playing with numbers, as we all know. He regularly plans really significant and story-changing occurrences for us on our anniversaries. We saw the return of cameraman Titan in episode 50. The primary Skibidi toilet and the scientist, an adversary of the agents, were demonstrated in episode 60. We saw his demise in episode 70. The number 7 is another illustration. This number always indicates magnificent and epic Titan battles when it appears in the episode number. It is important to keep in mind the fights between Titans and the toughest toilets in episodes 57 and 67. This is one of those instances where Dafouk creates combinations so complex that not everyone can deduce their meaning. However, what does the number 74 mean? It is something to consider more carefully. By the way, you might initially think that I'm going to discuss a fact that seems too unbelievable, but don't jump to conclusions just yet because I'll provide more evidence for my theory. As you are aware, dividing the number by the digits will reveal that episode 74 is made up of 7s and 4s. This is a very simple but effective way to learn more. After giving seemingly ordinary numbers some thought and analysis, we will learn that things are not always as they seem. 7 is a lucky number in most nations, which is something Dafouk frequently takes advantage of, so everything is rather obvious. But what does 4 actually mean? Here, things are not so clear-cut. Let's start by looking into Chinese numerology. The word "si," which implies death, and the number 4 sound remarkably consonant when said in Chinese. Due to these similarities, the number 4 is associated with superstition and bad luck for a lot of people. To give you 2 instances, the 4th level in some Chinese homes is referred to as the 5th floor and is skipped. Additionally, 4 individuals at a table is seen unfavorably, hence cafes and restaurants seldom place 4 chairs at a table. Numerous instances may be provided, and the main idea is that a lot of people steer clear of this amount. Why then should Dafouk employ 4? You could remark that it's not like he's Chinese. But first, let me show you episode 68. You could almost see that exact 4 at a few points in the episode as Plunger Squad was approaching the scientist. Almost nobody from that squad survived, as far as we can recall, which is why our number was important. Thus, just as previously, Dafouk is able to employ these symbolic numbers. Hopefully, this clears up any remaining doubts you may have. But this time, who will be unlucky? Let's examine the last moments of episode 73 in order to provide an answer to that query. When the episode comes to a close, TV Man Titan teleports after G-Man and spits on his allies because he can't accept defeat. Is there anything that reminds you of? The identical incident was shown in episode 45, where TV Man Titan refused to let Speaker Man Titan go because of his temperament. Even more intriguing is the fact that TV Man Titan lost to G-Man in episode 47 and would have become infected if not for his teleportation. This whole thing happened precisely because of the chase. Even though he knew better, he fell into the simplest trap. According to the talk, he didn't want to give up since he had too much faith in his own abilities. It was the thing that killed him. The most amazing part comes next. If we try to flip the number of the legendary episode 47, we will get the number 74, which is the episode that will take place when the big thing happens. Now that we have everything, the pieces of the puzzle fit together, we can expect nothing less than an amazing rematch between TV Man Titan and G-Man. In actuality, though, everything comes together as best it can. The quantity of episodes, the fact that TV Titan was left to battle on his own, and the fact that he pursued his opponent and would not let him go. Will the Titan's superiority complex, nevertheless, get in the way this time? Let's dissect it. Dafuk crippled 2 Titans in the previous episode, and for good reason. We can now be certain that TV Man Titan will need to rely solely on himself in the event of an emergency and not look to anyone for assistance. That's the issue he faces. TV depended alone on himself, which forced him to leap all over the battlefield and land face first on the ground with little to no damage to his opponent, while Cameraman Titan and Speaker Man Titan worked as a team and prevailed. As he knows well, G-Man led the Titan into an ambush in episode 47 by acting according to his ideals. What then prevents him from repeating the action? Dafuk frequently uses his classic moments, including the Titan's handshake, Plunger's recurring collapse, or Speaker Titan's signature backhand knife assault. This kind of action is repeatable and has been done numerous times in the past. To correctly predict the winner, however, you need more information than just the character's skills. The astute and the one who knows how to best use their strengths will prevail, as Boom stated. Here's when the power of numbers enters the picture. It's evident by comparing the characters and the events of episode 47 that TV Man is unfortunate in this instance, which is why his number 4 is on the left. Let's now examine number 74. As we can see, TV Man is fortunate to have number 7 on his side. Does this imply that TV Man Titan will be fortunate this time around? Depending on how you look at it, yes. Yes, G-Man is currently in a break me completely phase. And yes, Skibidi Toilets is currently losing on all fronts. Not to mention that G-Man has 2 additional containers that may hold anything, making him the trickiest creature in the entire series. If the Titan is going to be fortunate, it will only be because he will avoid being burned during the fight. It is therefore not worth it to hope for G-Man's demise in this episode. The most intriguing part is about to begin. When can we anticipate the next episode in all of this chaos? Herein lies the significance of the number 3. Dafuk's additional sequences took a long time to create because, in the process, he altered certain scenes from the original episode. He typically takes a 2 or 3 day vacation after being released. This includes rendering for 6 hours and post-processing for 6 hours from YouTube. It appears from the information provided that Dafuk will not be dividing the episode into 2 halves, and it is also reasonable to assume that this will be the most spectacular episode in a long time. We include these episodes in the meter because Dafuk often spends 3 to 4 days on them. The episode should air by May 25th, but this is simply a conjecture based on the available information, and the show might air earlier than normal. In either case, the wait will be worthwhile. I believe that episode 74 will be something like that, because my theory is supported by a plethora of evidence, and some of it ought to be canonical, if not all of it. The last say, nevertheless, belongs to Dafuk, because we can't be certain what goes through his mind. If you want to be sure you don't miss the analysis of episode 74, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel while we wait for the episode. You can also view my other videos, such as the one in which I talk about Boom's interview, or the one that talks about episode 74. Goodbye.